Today, we will be attempting to create a list of the top 20 point guards of the 21st century. I will try to be as fair as possible to the current players, although those with less than 3 to 5 seasons in the league so far will most likely not be included in this list. This list may have some biases in it, but I believe it is a sufficient analysis of the most effective players who have defined what it means to be a point guard. Being a floor general, playmaker, a leader in times of distress, and ultimately the glue that holds the team together and puts the team in a position to win ball games and hopefully championships. Number 20, Ja Morant. Ja Morant was only recruited lightly by Division I colleges and was an unranked high school player. The one university that gave him a chance was Murray State University. His college career exceeded expectations by receiving first-team All-Conference honors in the Ohio Valley Conference as a freshman, and as a sophomore, he won the Ohio Valley Conference Player of the Year and became the first player in NCAA Division I history to average 20-plus points per game and 10-plus assists per game in a single season. He was then selected in the 2019 NBA Draft second overall to the Memphis Grizzlies. His first season was a success by winning the 2020 NBA Rookie of the Year award over the likes of Kendrick Nunn and Zion Williamson. In his first 6 seasons, he has amassed a Most Improved award, 2 All-Star selections, and 1 All-NBA team selection. He has provided the NBA spectators with ferocious dunks and breathtaking quickness that have left defenders in the dust. He has run into some off-court issues regarding flashing firearms live on the internet multiple times, and has also been fined recently for making gun gesture celebrations late in the 2025 season. The talent is there, but will we ever see postseason endurance, or will he fall into the depths of God-blessed talent that never reached his true potential? Number 19, Mike Conley Jr. Mike Conley Jr. played his college ball at Ohio State University, where he teamed up with another NBA player and former high school teammate Greg Oden for a year. In his sole year at Ohio State, Conley averaged 11.3 points per game and was the leader in assists in the Big Ten Conference at 6.1 assists per game. Conley, alongside Greg Oden, led the Buckeyes to a Big Ten championship and made it to the finals of the NCAA tournament, where they lost to the Florida Gators. Conley was then drafted in the 2007 NBA Draft by the Memphis Grizzlies with the 4th overall pick. In the beginning of his career, Conley was competing with Kyle Lowry for minutes. Eventually, in 2009, Lowry was traded to the Rockets, which landed Conley a starting role. He posted fairly good stats offensively, but he shined on the defensive end. Conley always touted for his defensive prowess, cemented his defensive abilities by making the 2012 to 2013 All-Defensive team. Conley's Grizzlies had made several good playoff pushes in the mid-2010s, but they could never make it click and win the championship. Conley has been a great three-point shooter and is Mr. Basketball in some people's eyes, supported by his multiple winnings of the Sportsmanship Award. After many All-Star snubs, he was finally chosen for his first and only All-Star selection in the 2020 to 2021 season when he had his stint in Utah. He's now currently with the Minnesota Timberwolves, providing veteran leadership to a team needing that extra push during the playoffs that his original team always needed. Number 18, Trae Young. Trae Young was highly scouted out of high school, being ranked the 2nd overall point guard by ESPN in 2017. Young committed to Oklahoma as a 5-star recruit, the first they had in 7 years. Young's short college career, like many NBA stars, was a glimpse of brilliance. He became the only player ever to lead the country in both points and assists in a single season. He posted 27.4 points per game and 8.7 assists per game, while posting a 42.2 field goal percentage and a 36 three-point field goal percentage. In 2018, Young was drafted 5th overall by the Dallas Mavericks, but was traded to the Atlanta Hawks, along with a protected first-round pick in exchange for Luka Doncic. In his rookie season, he was named to the 2019 NBA All-Rookie First Team with a unanimous decision. In only his second season, he was named to his first of 4 All-Star selections. His offensive skills were very apparent, but his defensive skills are subpar and lead some to call him the worst defensive player in the league. In only his third season, he led the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals after the infamous non-shot attempt by Ben Simmons right at the hoop, where they eventually lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. Since then, he's put together some very respectable seasons while being one of the top players in total points created, usually only behind the outstanding Nikola Jokic. It's hard to tell where Young's career will go from here. Will he amass high scoring and assist totals and no rings? Or will he have some help and be the centerpiece of a winning team to a franchise that has been subpar these past 20 years? Number 17, John Wall. John Wall was a highly rated high school recruit and in many polls was the number 1 overall recruit. Wall committed to the University of Kentucky. He put up great college stats, scoring 16.6 points per game and dished out 6.5 assists per game on the quest to become a number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately, they were bounced in the second round, and he declared for the NBA draft. In the 2010 draft, Wall was selected as the number 1 overall draft pick, chosen by the Washington Wizards. In his rookie season, he posted numbers of 16.4 points per game, 8.3 assists per game, and 1.8 steals per game. This got him the runner-up position in the Rookie of the Year award behind Tyreke Evans. Throughout the next couple of seasons, John Wall put up some consistent numbers and was looking for his first playoff appearance. In the 2013-2014 season, he got it, along with his first of 5 consecutive All-Star selections. John Wall's blazing speed and acrobatic layups and dunks, especially his incredible 360 layups, were a sight to see. In his first playoff run, they handled the Bulls in the first round, but lost to the Paul George-led Pacers in the Eastern Conference semifinals in 6 games. The next season brought him down a similar path, sweeping in the first round series, but losing in 6 to the Atlanta Hawks in the semifinals. Although it was a bitter end, he did collect an all-defensive team selection. 2 years later was his best season. He made his first All-NBA team and was 7th in MVP voting, putting up stats of 23.1 points per game, 10.7 assists per game, and 2 steals per game. At the head of his career, however, things started to turn for the worst. Multiple injuries led him to miss at least half of his games in the next 2 seasons before suffering a ruptured left Achilles tendon. This sidelined him for the whole next season and effectively ended his career. He made some brief stints with the Rockets and Clippers, but nothing materialized, and he currently hasn't played the last 2 seasons. Number 16, Deron Williams. Deron Williams attended the University of Illinois, where he spent 3 seasons playing for the Fighting Illini. Williams developed his game in college, where he led his team to the NCAA championship in his junior season, but they lost to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Williams was drafted with the number 3 overall pick by the Utah Jazz in the 2005 NBA draft. In his rookie season, he went in and out of the starting lineup, eventually ending the season with 10.8 points per game and 4.5 assists per game. He was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team, along with fellow point guard Chris Paul, who brought home the NBA Rookie of the Year award, with all the votes except one. This lone vote went to Deron Williams, who was voted for by Jazz commentator Ron Boone. Go figure. In his second season, Williams improved massively by doubling his assist numbers to over 9 a game, and the Jazz ended up with a 51-31 record. They made the playoffs and beat the Rockets in the first round 4-3. This being their first playoff series win since 2000. They then beat the Warriors in the second round to send them to the Western Conference Finals, where they would eventually face the almighty Tim Duncan-led Spurs. They lost the series, but many of the Spurs players heralded his game and were watching out for a future star in the making. Over the next few seasons, Williams posted incredible numbers, averaging roughly a 20-point double-double, and was feared for his deadly crossover, sometimes double crossovers to make sure the doctors had some real challenge reconstructing their ankles. Williams seemed to be having a long, prosperous career, but when you think of players in their prime, sometimes they don't have any more gas in the tank. After his move to the Nets in 2011, his performance started to dwindle. He did post some memorable performances, notably his 11 made three-pointers in one game, with 9 in the first half alone, which was an NBA record. Williams finished out his career by having some shorter stints with Dallas and Cleveland before retiring in 2017. Number 15, Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas attended the University of Arizona and as a freshman averaged 15.4 points per game and 4.1 rebounds per game. In his sophomore season, he was named to the first team All Pac-10. Arenas helped lead Arizona to the 2001 National Championship game where they lost to the Duke Blue Devils. Arenas then declared for the 2001 NBA Draft, where he surprisingly fell to the second round, being picked with the 31st overall pick by the Golden State Warriors. Since Arenas wasn't taken seriously, he decided to rep the number 0 on his jersey, signifying the amount of minutes that experts thought he would play that season. He didn't have consistent minutes at first, but by the end of the season, he would start 30 games and posted 10.9 points per game. His sophomore season was a breakout season, which earned him the Most Improved Player award, averaging 18.3 points, 6.3 assists, and 4.7 rebounds per game. After this season, he became a restricted free agent. The Warriors could not match other teams' offers due to the salary cap. This had to do with the fact that he was drafted in the second round. If you were a first-round pick, there were exceptions. This led to the creation of the Gilbert Arenas rule that allowed teams to re-sign restricted free agents who were not first-round picks. He was signed by the Washington Wizards, which is where he is most recognizable today by fans. Arenas put together great seasons while with the Wizards. Starting with his second season with the Wizards, he collected 3 All-Star selections and 3 All-NBA teams. He averaged 25.5, 29.3, and 28.4 points per game respectively in those seasons, and was showing signs of immense stardom. However, constant injuries and off-the-court issues kept him off the court starting in the 2007 season, and his career diminished into obscurity soon after. You will never forget Agent Zero. Number 14, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry grew up playing high school ball in Philadelphia and was ranked as the number 6 point guard prospect. He attended Villanova University, where he spent 2 seasons putting up some decent stats, but nothing that showed potential future stardom. In 2006, the Memphis Grizzlies selected Lowry with the 24th overall pick. In his first year, he suffered a season-ending wrist injury, which limited him to only 10 games. Then, as mentioned earlier, Lowry and teammate Mike Conley competed for minutes when coach Lionel Hollins told Lowry the starting position would be going to Conley. He was then traded to the Houston Rockets in 2009, where he served as the backup to Aaron Brooks. He then became the starter next season, where he put up decent stats for the next couple of seasons, around 13 points per game and 6.5 assists. He then had to sit out due to injuries, which led to his replacement in Goran Dragic. Lowry, playing well, could not catch a break and was then traded to the Toronto Raptors. This is where he made a name for himself. Known as the Bulldog, Lowry would do anything and everything to win. He participated in 6 straight All-Star games and made 1 All-NBA team. During his time in Toronto, he had a stat line of 17.5 points per game, 7.1 assists per game, and 1.5 steals per game, while being an integral piece in their 2019 NBA championship with their rental player Kawhi Leonard. After a successful career in Toronto, he has had stints in Miami, where he went to another final in 2023, but lost to the Denver Nuggets as an 8 seed and is now back home with the Philadelphia 76ers. Lowry is a journeyman who finally found his niche in Canada of all places. His name is cemented in Raptors history. Number 13, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was recruited to the University of Kentucky, where at first he began his college career as a reserve, mainly as the 6th man. He put together productive minutes and eventually became the starter. Alexander finished the season with 14.4 points per game and 5.1 assists per game. The Kentucky Wildcats, although not having the best season, gained momentum in the SEC tournament, which led into the NCAA tournament. Following a Sweet 16 loss, Alexander declared for the 2018 NBA Draft. SGA was selected 11th overall by the Charlotte Hornets before being traded to the LA Clippers for the 12th pick and 2 future second-round picks. Shea put up impressive numbers for his limited minutes in his first season. His career in LA only lasted 1 year, however, when he was part of a package deal that ultimately involved Paul George landing on the Clippers and SGA on the Thunder. SGA was quickly rising as a future star, but not too much recognition was put on his name, mainly because of the smaller OKC Thunder market. In his past 3 seasons, he has scored over 30 points per game in each of them, and in 2024 was a runner-up in the MVP award. This season, he is a front-runner to win the MVP award and is currently at 66-14 win-loss record for the Thunder. Watching him is actually breathtaking. No one seems to be able to guard him. He has a great baseline jumper and knows how to toy with defenses to draw fouls and get his points at the line. Is he a free throw merchant? I'm not sure. I just know that he does get buckets, and it's within the boundaries of what's legal under the NBA rules. SGA has 3 All-Star selections up to this point, 2 All-NBA team selections, most likely a third after this season, and is awaiting his first MVP award. SGA could be the future face of the league if other stars don't pan out. Number 12, Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo played his high school career at Oak Hill Academy. This is the home of many NBA stars. In his senior season, he averaged 21 points per game and 12 assists per game, and finished the 2003 to 2004 season with a 38-0 record. Rondo then committed to the University of Kentucky, where he played for 2 seasons. His numbers were average, but the NBA scouts were high on him due to his high IQ and court awareness. He declared for the 2006 draft and was drafted 21st overall by the Phoenix Suns, who then traded him to the Boston Celtics. In his rookie season, he was initially set as a reserve. After good play, he landed a spot as a starter and started 25 games his rookie season. This led to him receiving the full-time starting position in the 2007-2008 season when the Big Three was created. The Celtics acquired stars Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen to battle alongside Paul Pierce to form what we know as the first true super team. After all the hype of the super team, the Celtics did go on to win the championship, with Rondo putting up some impressive performances, especially in Game 6, which clinched them the series. Rondo then had many good years with Boston, being a pickpocket on defense and dishing out amazing behind-the-back, no-look, and essentially impossible-to-see assists to his welcoming teammates. His signature move, the fake behind-the-pass layup, is still one of my favorite moves to this day. He did it flawlessly, as if he had done it a million times. Brilliant. While with Boston, he made 4 All-Star teams, had 1 All-NBA selection, and was in the top 10 MVP voting twice. After the 2014-2015 season, Rondo jumped around the league. He went to Dallas, Sacramento, New Orleans, Chicago, and LA to name a few. In his time with the Kings, he was the assist leader for the season, giving DeMarcus Cousins easy access to great looks at the hoop. During the bubble season, alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis, Rondo won his second NBA championship. Rondo will always be linked to the winning days of the Boston Celtics and the Big Three, but he was sort of a journeyman himself in the second half of his career, dishing out dimes to anyone who could run the court effectively. Number 11, Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups graduated from George Washington High School. There, he won Colorado Mr. Basketball 3 times, and Colorado Player of the Year as a sophomore and junior. He then selected to go to the University of Colorado Boulder. He averaged 18.5 points, 5.1 assists, and 5.6 rebounds per game over 2 seasons. In 1997, Billups was drafted 3rd overall to the Boston Celtics. In his first season, after posting decent numbers but on low efficiency, he was traded to the Toronto Raptors. After playing the second half of the season with the Raptors, he was traded to the Denver Nuggets the following season. He sustained injuries and only played 58 games over the next 2 seasons. He was then traded to the Orlando Magic, but being on the injured list at the time, he never played a game in a Magic uniform. He was then traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he was expected to be the backup point guard. Injuries to the current starting point guard allowed him to fill the role, and he did so brilliantly. Playing well for the next 2 seasons, he became a free agent after 2 seasons with the Timberwolves. The Pistons picked him up on a 5-year contract, and the rest is history. Billups shined in his time with the Pistons, averaging 16.5 points, 6.2 assists, and 1 steal per game, while shooting right below 40% from three-point range. In the 2004 season, the Lockdown Pistons won their first championship in 15 years over the Kobe and Shaq Lakers. Along with winning the championship, he brought home the honors of Finals MVP, a legacy cementer that solidifies your position in the history books for eternity. In his time in Detroit, Billups made 4 All-Star games, finished in the top 10 of MVP voting twice, and accumulated 3 All-NBA teams. After his Detroit playing days, Billups had a few successful seasons in Denver, and then bounced around a couple of teams in the twilight of his career, ending up playing for the Detroit Pistons in his final season in 2014. This ends part 1 of the top 20 point guards of the 21st century. Tune in again for part 2, where I will go over point guards number 10 through number 1.